Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and today we just passed midnight and we don't enter Friday, October 21st, 2022. This na my 91st audio, where we will call audio number 091. The people them, supposed for talk about voter registration today. Don't do the audio on voter registration. And then I get an inspiration, say no. Whilst I pray, because I can always pray before I issue audio. Always, I pray to God before I issue any audio. So whilst I pray, I get the inspiration, say, not to voter registration, people don't want for hear it tonight. They want for hear about PR system. And that message will come out from the Chief Electoral Commissioner. So I decide for go back and change my entire 091 for make today we can discuss PR system. Me people that what they do na sacrifice, because I spend a lot of my time for talk to una. Why are they do am? Now because I find myself in a situation right now in this country where I'm not gonna say na me one grain, but I believe so will not better when the country where they put first. They will put a political party second. We're not better. And so I spend a lot of time for research, for can talk to una in simple language on their issues there. Because I like this country. I love this country. And anything we will create instability, confusion, chaos, with all what God don't bless me with in terms of governance knowledge, I think I get a role for stepping and talk. So that is why I consistently talk. Today, I want to start off by making two short points. The first one, I want to express my disappointment again with the Madabio government. They know they communicate. This president get the largest number of appointed communicators, but he is the weakest president in terms of communicating with the people. It is unbelievable that after that bombshell, where the Chief Electoral Commissioner dropped this country Thursday morning, that nobody from the presidency don't able to talk to the people of this country. It is bad. The second point I want to make, that the attitude of the Chief Electoral Commissioner, lackadaisical, laissez-faire, careless, because that's the only adjectives I go able to find for use for what he do with that tweet. How can you take such a serious issue, we're so sensitive, and you reduce them to a careless tweet? And then everybody confused, all man they ask questions, you go silent. Nothing, no explanation. Pass later on net, we see you talk to one you paddy when on all media student union politics. You go talk to her and they say na president tell you. Instead of go put on a social media, say you tell and say na president tell you, say let you go do that. But is that how a professional behaves? What in the need for that tweet? For create just confusion at the polity. Mr. Chief Electoral Commissioner, You not try. That tweet's too careless. Then worst of all, what did the Chief Electoral Commissioner do? He forget say 2023 elections, now 3 different elections. Look what he go write. Very, very unfortunate. He go write, say, 2023 elections will be based on PR system. Bo. So the local government elections are PR system. The presidential elections are PR system. Mr. Chief Electoral Commissioner, this tweet's too careless. Now, having made those 2 key points, make a canal to this issue of PR system. I see a lot of people them, including one of my favorite APC brothers them, no less a person than the Honorable former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Joseph Ijira Kamara. He make a post where it say Parliament, according to her, using exact words, JFK say Parliament abandoned the motion for PR system. Oh yeah, I feel them for JFK, so I read them. Then JFK say back, he say, even the 2001 constitutional amendment doesn't support your act. Okay, that is debatable. But that side where he say Parliament abandoned the motion, I feel and so for JFK. They can't do just now. Then the other person, we himself put out a message. Now one of my other favorite brother in back. It's now Honorable Cherino Ramadan Majuba, Cherry Coco, as we can call him. Cherry Coco say any attempt for impose a PR system for the 2023 elections is illegal. That's what he say it is illegal. There is no basis for PR. Well, na so Cherry Coco say. But when I listen me down today, I go know whether Cherry Coco and JFK then correct or not. Now, a lot of people then they under the impression say when I can talk, well, not a lot, a few people then believe say I they talk because I they support Madabio or I they support SLPP or people then they ask me for do this, they give me money or you get comments like the one in there. And me not the tire for deny them comments then they because it's important for always they deny them on record. So they deny back again this night. That I know one day sit down with President Madabio and discuss anything with him from it on president. One day. When I left for mistake and misinterpret my relationship with First Lady, the president in wife, for means a political relationship. No. A personal relationship. I know one day sit down with the president, discuss anything from it on president. Sit down with him, we discuss issues. One day. Nobody not in a SLPP where they use me. Where able to use me. Everything that they talk, now how I see them. And they say this today, because wait till they can't explain. I know say some people then go one can take them back say, nah, so and so reason make Sylvia don't talk this. No. All wait till they can talk today, now as a patriot. So now let's come to the issues. First of all, as I just tell you now, the elections will they get next year, not one elections, 3 elections. I make it unfortunate for the Chief Electoral Commissioner for go tweet say the elections are PR system elections. And nonsense, Dandy. Because presidential elections are PR? No. Local government elections, where with the candidates, Nayanda get for sweet by this audio broadcast. You see, democracy now for the people, by the people, of the people. And one of the most critical aspects of that saying there na the local government elections. So, inside this country, we may don't scrap local government. We may say we don't want it again. In the 70s, they may scrap and completely under former President Shaka Stevens. It may get your own reasons then why. But I can always tell people then say we may get a great president when former President Joseph Saidu Momo, and it may get a great team of people them like Dr. Abdullahi Conte, Honorable Dr. Bubuake Jabi, and great men we then create a 1991 democratic constitution. And my people them inside that constitution they then talk say this country allowed for get 3 elections when are general elections. 3 elections when are general elections. And they can quote the sections them for una. Section 33 of the President Joseph Saidu Momo 1991 Constitution, when we continue for use up to today. Section 33 of the 1991 Constitution, it say the Electoral Commission get the power for conduct 3 elections as general elections. The presidential, the parliamentary, and the local government. The same constitution, under section 35, it says political parties for be established for do things them including for sponsor candidates for presidential elections, parliamentary elections, and local government elections. And section 75 of the President Joseph Saidu Momo Constitution, it go further and it talks say qualifications for elections, general elections, parliament, presidency, local authority. It say your qualification, citizenship qualification, now for them particular 3 elections they are, who that na the kind of citizen we qualified for contest for president, parliament, or local council elections, local authority elections. Section 119 again, they recognize under the Auditor General in functions that they get local government with the Auditor General for the audit, local councils. So many people them, this is show you say with constitution what they under right now. He recognize and he endorse say we forget local government elections. Me people them very important. Now make I don't quote the 3 constitutional sections where they tell we say we forget local government elections. Now we all know say local government elections, they elect the councillors. Very important if you elect the councillors. And the councillors and they come out from a ward. Now from the ward, you they elect the councillor where they go represent you in a local government council. Some people them waiting na a local government council and waiting na a ward. Well, after President Momo they don't enact the 1991 Constitution, we then say for the local government elections as part of the general elections. President Momo no get chance for can conduct the first local government elections. They may overthrow them. Then warming come. Then when another civilian president come, when the former President Tijan Kaba, the warming escalate. So you not get chance stay after the war done for can implement waiting the constitution say, na then section them where I don't quote for una so for create and endorse and allow and sponsor local government elections. So past the year 2004, President Kaba was the president. The main opposition leader in the parliament was Ernest Bai Koroma. Then you may get other opposition, small ones, so Johnny Paul Koroma and party, PLP, that's what they may call them. So President Kaba and in SLPP, Ernest Bai Koroma and in APC and the PLP, they enact, say that thing where President Momomi don't put in 1991 constitution, say we forget her, where then they call local government elections. They enact them, and then they define something inside under the very first section of that act the way they passed. The very first section. And they can't read until now. Then say the elections for be conducted by wards. So they say, what in a ward? And then define them. And they read them for now. They say a ward is an area within a locality which is delineated and designated by the Electoral Commission for the purpose of electing a councillor to a local council. So basically, a ward, you dey get them where the Electoral Commission they do boundary delimitation and create wards them within which we they go vote for we local councillors. And this local government election is very important for democracy. You know, just grab you say you dey scrap them. No. It dey inside the constitution, say it for exist. Then it don't dey back again inside the Local Government Act. So we forget words by force. The Electoral Commission, if for do boundary delimitation, and if for give we words, who say we dey elect we local councillors them from. And the law where them pass, they make sure say the word is so important. If you get ward committee, and that ward committee there for the whole ward meetings, and the development plan of every council, then for the publisher and then wards, then they on display, all bylaws, all financial statements, council meetings, council assets, and most importantly, any development plan for the council. So when I don't see how important it is for the Electoral Commission for do boundary delimitation for wards all across Sierra Leone. So the Electoral Commission has a duty to do boundary delimitation and divide Sierra Leone into wards so that we can get we local councillors elected by wards. Now, my people, I don't take me time for giving the importance of local government elections and boundary delimitation of the one whole country into wards. Yes, the Electoral Commission by force, if we do boundary delimitation of this one whole country into wards. At this point, my people, I deliberately take my time for highlight this for a reason we una go understand at the end. Now, I dey come to the controversial point where I dey can show the Honorable JFK and the Honorable Cherry Coco. I dey can for dispute with them publicly. And I hope say nobody can tell me say I become mad that you don't pay me. Because nobody no able pay me. I mean, God no more for able pay me for what I do for this country. Now God no more for pay me. Now God no more for reward me from a selfless service. But my people, then, first of all, the first question is this PR system, this district block, because first of all, what do they call, what in the Electoral Commission are so very cheaply go, cheap tweet where go do, just cheap tweet. Mr. Commissioner, not behave so next day behave so go vex by you bad. This cheap tweet where go tweet, he say will be based on PR system. But waiting the call PR system, now waiting the constitution referred to as the district block representation. And call them the district block representation. That's so your name. Naim in the quote under that section 38A by in tweet. So according to JFK and according to Cherry Coco, then they say nothing like that no exists. In fact, JFK say Parliament abandoned the motion. Sorry, JFK, but you are wrong. See, JFK, what's happening? Then once your face go up, then play you. Then play lots of our games. Like when they say when you wake in the morning, then once your face go up. I didn't do to you, JFK. It's unfortunate because I know you're a brilliant lawyer. It's unfortunate that you're not able to catch up with in Parliament do. JFK, let's tell you today what in Parliament do. Anybody will tell you, say, Parliament remove PR system or Parliament not enact PR system in July this year inside the 2022 Public Elections Act. JFK, that person, they don't lie to you. And make I tell the one of Sierra Leone today that the Parliament in July is on July 27th. That open them. Parliament of Dr. Abbas Bundu, Honorable Cherry Coco Majuba, Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, Honorable Kande Kole Yumkela, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, all the 14 paramount chiefs, all the 3 independent members of Parliament, then all them pass the PR system, yeah? Then pass into law. Anybody will tell you say not pass into law, now fully una, yeah? You know what they do? They mean send what they can call the bill. Then send the bill, the 2002 public elections bill. Then send and go to Parliament. And then under that bill day, under section 57B to be precise, may people don't listen carefully, yo. Let una know the kind yuki where they play inside this country with politics. The kind dishonest mortal man them. Me, I know call anybody name say the person dishonest though. But when I don't talk down today, una self go judge for una self. The dishonesty with the inside with politics. So what they do, the Attorney General clear this bill, and under section 57 of the bill, now they then put the PR system. So all man begin hala, oh PR this, oh PR that, oh PR this. You know what they do? Now then go then scrap the section 57, then renumber. Me people they sorry, but I can't listen no more. They renumber the act, the number, the sections. Then they readjust the wording. So outside them, they don't write under section 57, where they write for the PR system. Then pull and come out under section 57. Then can put her now under section 56. Yes, me people, they wanna get the act. Wanna go open a law, wanna go see wonders. If wanna get the bill, wanna check the bill. Wanna go see PR system, immediately under section 57. Waiting and do. Then pull her down at 57. Then put her at 56. Then change the wording. So italics say PR system not did it, but it did it. Because waiting and do. Then say now, the elections, how they don't put under the constitution of Sierra Leone. And that how they put under the constitution of Sierra Leone, it include the PR system. So what did they do? How them in state them na section 57, now the exact same way now they did na section 56 now, but now they summarize them. They not split again into A and B. Then just summarize them so that it engulfs both A and B of waiting in the section 57. So what they do with people them? They enact the PR system inside this 2022 Public Elections Act. They don't pass it. They not the law. Therefore, make matters worse. Let tell you now waiting them people you do. JFK, pay attention, oh. JFK, you know, say you know me brother, we can debate the law. Although me not a lawyer, but you can call it, I can debate some 1 or 2 points. So JFK, I'll make you listen today. Go find that act. I want you for turn to page 133 of waiting the parliament pass. JFK can watch waiting and do you. When you tweet with confidence, you don't even know waiting happen. Turn to page 133. When you turn to page 133, you will get the shock of your life, JFK. The very last thing where they put, just before parentarily in signature, let us see how them people here, how them pass this law. They make sure say na in there just before parentarily in signature as clerk of parliament. Then put a 12th schedule. Yes, me people them. Then put a 12th schedule. They make sure say it they inside the act where them pass. So they don't already pass a 12th schedule. And la read now. The 12th schedule, it takes 3 pages. Now one of the longest schedules. Longest schedules. 3 full pages. La read now waiting at the title of the schedule. Where them pass. The schedule say formula for allocating seats under the district block representation system. Then take 3 pages, then they pass law for the PR system. So JFK and everybody else, where they under the impression, say Parliament means scrap the PR system. When I go get the act, turn to page 133, page 134, page 135. And I will get the shock of our life. The PR system was passed into law. Because this 12th schedule, where they make sure so they put and they enact them, it is now law. Now in they show you now say PR system is workable in Sierra Leone. PR system can happen in Sierra Leone. The calculations for the act has already been enacted into parliament. Has already been enacted into law by parliament. Check on the page 133, 134, 135. Parliament don't pass on. Then pass on PR system. Look on the day. How you see the Attorney General carry and go 12th schedule. They not pull and they not touch themselves. Then the section 57 now, then pull them, then put on a section 56, then they summarize them. So it sounds like say PR system not there again. But PR system they because they quote the section of the 1991 Constitution say anything we did that the 1991 Constitution we get for do with how elections should be conducted. This act here they endorse them. Then they make sure say they put the formula how for share seats for district block system. So my people them, contrary to waiting JFK tweet, contrary to waiting Cherry Coco they say, contrary to what now all me they think, the PR system was passed into law in July 2022. It was already law in the constitution, but that constitution they mean say Parliament for pass law, that's under section 38A2. Section 38A2 means say the president gets the power for call for parliamentary elections by PR system for direct. And yes, he get the power. But that section they mean say, then for go back na parliament, for go pass the law as to how they for shape the seats them. When I don't pass so, inside the 12th schedule, 3 pages of the law, 3 pages, then they explain how for shape the seats under district block PR system. So many people then, bottom line, the PR system was passed into law by the House of Parliament in July of this year. It has been assented, it has been gazetted, it is now law, it cannot be touched, they not already pass. But there is a big but. Yes, they don't pass into law. Yes, but condition day wait for happen first before the president for able direct for PR system for happen. When I enter the critical point, because what make I decide say I need for talk this night, I know the wait till in the morning. Now for make whatever don't transpire between the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Kone, and His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, where then go don't take as the condition for the president for direct. I want for take me time tonight for bring out some points. First of all, waiting at the condition. The condition is key. The president get the power for direct and make am clear. He not get for proclaim because not to order he dey give, not to a regulation he dey pass, not to proclamation he dey make. Now a directive that he dey give. So that directive they not subjected to any parliamentary interposition. Nobody can interpose or say no, the president not get right for give that directive. No, he has the right. He not get for go back na parliament. President he not get business again with parliament where he can't pan PR system. He not get no business with parliament. Parliament already passed into law. Parliament not only don't pass into law, they don't give it the 12th schedule. They don't explain how for shape the seats there. So the president, he not get business with parliament again where he can't pan PR system. He has no business with parliament. He not get for say nothing going to parliament. But unique conditions for exist before the president they direct for district block PR system. And that unique condition they say, if the Electoral Commission, for whatever reason, then go tell the president say, they're not able for create constituencies. They're not able to divide the country into constituencies. If they go to the president and then tell him that, then give the reason why make them able to divide the country, the president automatically then he get the power for direct and say, okay, if for so and so reason we are not able to do boundary delimitation and divide the constituencies then up, then at the direct to go ahead and conduct the elections by PR system. So the condition under which the president get the power for direct for PR system, the Electoral Commission now force for go meet the president and tell the president say, Mr. President, we not able for divide do boundary delimitation for so and so reasons. Me not gonna know whatever are the reason, but then get for produce a reason. And I get a fair suspicion of waiting the reason get for be. I me don't talk her. I said that census results, it not get for match up with the voter register. When I remember, where people them they ala. I said now relax. I said the census results, it not get for match up with the voter register. The voter register cannot work with that census result. So the Electoral Commission, they can't face a crisis because the number of voters then will turn up not get for match with the census. And I get the suspicion saying that it don't happen. And just as I mean predict, say if that they happen, we not get no option but for go by the PR system. But here is the interesting part. If now that don't happen, and the Electoral Commissioner don't go tell the president, say, he not able to divide Sierra Leone into constituencies because the voter numbers not tally with the census. If now that don't happen, then we have an even bigger challenge. And at that, I can round up tonight's broadcast with. Because in as much as the president get the right, I don't explain to now, he get the power for direct, for PR system. If the Electoral Commissioner go meet her and tell and say, Pa, this boundary delimitation, I'm not able to divide this country by constituency because of so and so reason. The president get the power. Nobody not able to stop her. He get the power for sign direct the Electoral Commissioner. Say, okay, based on so and so you don't tell me, I direct you now, say go do PR system. Nobody not able to question the president. 9 powers. But here is the problem we don't can get now. When I want left, we all for think about this night as at the roundup. If indeed that don't happen, the Electoral Commissioner don't go tell the president, say, he not able for do boundary delimitation. He not able for divide Sierra Leone into constituencies afresh. Then it means automatically he also not able for divide Sierra Leone into wards. And if he not able for divide Sierra Leone into wards for we local councils, so that we, the people, can go elect we local councillors, it means to say a critical element of we democracy is at stake. Because if the Chief Electoral Commissioner not able for divide Sierra Leone into constituencies, it automatically means that the Chief Electoral Commissioner also not able for divide Sierra Leone into wards, which means he not go able for conduct local council elections by wards. And if that's not the situation, we now there in a conundrum. Because we cannot have a democracy if we not get local council ward-based elections. And you not go want me for accept. Say you're not able to divide the country into constituencies, but you able divide the country into wards. It's not possible. So that's the conundrum. In other words, conundrum means to say, now the confusion and in a would reach. Because the Electoral Commission are not going to tell we say, he not able to divide Sierra Leone into constituencies, but he able to divide Sierra Leone into wards. And the local government elections na a critical part of our democracy. In fact, na the most critical part. It's far more important than even the parliament and even the presidency. Because this is the part where power belongs to the people. This is where democracy for the people, by the people, of the people comes into play. So the president get the powers for pass a directive without going to parliament. You not get business with parliament again. President not get no business with parliament again. We come on PR system. Parliament already give president what he want. Then don't pass on. It did day. When I go turn the paper, when I go turn on, I go watch section 56. It did day. Then you turn back to page 133, 134, 135. Look at the PR system. In fact, then do and so they make sure say PR system. Now right on the PR system, and the parental the clerk of parliament, and they sign. So anybody tell una say parliament not pass PR system, it a lie power now. Parliament pass PR system and they don't give the full powers to His Excellency the President. Full powers for direct for PR system. If the Chief Electoral Commissioner go tell the President, because the Chief Electoral Commissioner now he only go able for go tell the President, say the condition under section 38 has been met. That is the condition that we're not able for divide constituencies. The president not going to know, because not when they divide the constituencies. Now the Chief Electoral Commissioner, now then go tell the president, so we're not able to divide the constituencies. And now only under that condition, they say they're not able for divide the constituencies, that the president will now direct for a PR system election. But then, what happens to the local council elections? What happens to the boundary delimitation for the wards? That's the conundrum. On that note there, I go end tonight's broadcast. But definitely, I'll be back for touch on this issue after the Chief Electoral Commissioner produce in public notice. Because that public notice, it get for explain to we why make it not able for do boundary delimitation. Why make it not able for divide the constituencies? Why make it go tell the president say, are not able divide the constituencies, Mr. President? And so, Mr. President, as Parliament don't give you powers, this is not the Parliament, the Parliament of Cherikoko, the Parliament of Kande Yumkela, the Parliament of Salamina, the Parliament of Abbas Bundu. Now they give President Mother Bio power. Now they give power, they don't give the power. Section 133, page 133, 134, 135, and the Public Elections Act. They don't give the power. Section 56, then pull them from Section 57 for Fuluna. Then, but I'm not going to say for Fuluna, let not say that. Let them not say a FTI Parliament. But, wait, then pull them from Section 57. So then they go announce now all over social media, hey, we don't put Section 57. Hey, not this Section 57 again. Boy, this Section 56. When I see the game we play, So the president get all the powers right now. Parliament don't get. Section 56 and page 133, 134, 135. When I go check out me people, when I go check out, when I go look. It did the PR system, it did the JFK, go check them. My dear brother. Then once you face go up, JFK. All the APC members of parliament, then once you face go up. If they maintain a PR system, parliament not pass. Parliament pass, yes. Go check them. 133, 134, 135. He did it. Section 56, he did it. So the president has all the powers for direct for PR system. If the electoral commissioner don't go tell and say, it will divide the country into constituencies. So we'll go wait for listening, waiting the electoral commissioner get for say now in public notice. And then based on whatever I say, I'll be back to address the nation in audio number 092. But on that note today, I will now end tonight's broadcast. I will see almost now in the morning. In fact, it don't pass 3 in the morning because they do research. But I will end tonight's broadcast as your patriotic Sylvia Blyden, in the way I can always do, with the tune of the national anthem. And the reason why I can play the tune of the national anthem is because I can want where the tune they play make they reflect on the words they walk in, they sing. Where they sing about the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. May God bless we all. Amen.